inaugural MGC Podcast. I'm your P-host and Commissioner, Gary Stevens. This being our first MGC Podcast, I thought I'd give you a quick idea of what this is going to be about. Ideally, on a monthly basis, it'll be an 8 to 12 minute segment, kind of giving you an update on what's going on, kind of review the previous tournament. But for this first one, I'll go through a couple things. First, talking about 2013 and listing the 2014 events, and a couple games and things of that nature. It should be a great time. The idea is to provide you guys an update with fun formation. Thanks, Drew, for that one, on what we're doing. So, before we get started, I do want to thank our first sponsor. I'm pretty excited we got this sponsored for the first one, but it is brought to you by oh man, am I excited about this product. So this is Phil Mickelson's new fragrance. Men, are you and your wife stuck in park? 6 sprays of is just what you need. Average and Heavy will make your women go from park to neutral in a matter of days. Fire up your women like Phil does and use Average and Heavy. That smells good. You can find Average and Heavy and exclusively at all participating Dollar General stores. I want to personally thank Phil Mickelson and all for sponsoring this MGC podcast. It's exciting to have a sponsor before we even get started. So pick up exclusively Dollar General. That said, I wanted to do a quick review of what events we're going to be doing for 2014. As you know, it's coming up on Wednesday, the Accenture Match Play. So make sure you get your picks in before the 19th. They will become available on the 17th, which is Monday, this coming Monday. So get that in because that'll be a nice opening event and an easy way to track it. In addition, we'll be doing participating in the Masters, which is April 10th through the 13th, the Players, May 8th through 11th, U.S. Open, 12th through the 15th, British Open, July 17th through the 20th, and the PGA Championship, August 7th through the 10th. Of course, we'll do the FedEx Cup following the major tournaments, and that will be at the end of the year. In addition, we did decide $25 per entry per tournament. One of the things that we'll be talking about on our first conference call is the specifics on the payouts, whether we use a fund manager or a league safe, which is a nice program where you can pay up front and that'll manage your money and then do the payouts. Because I don't know how to say this, but nobody got paid last year, so we're going to try to change that. And if you guys have any comments or want to do any extra tournaments, obviously bring those up on the conference call or go to the website, which is https://sites.google.com/site/major golf challenge/home. There on the homepage, there's an email group button, or just add everyone, either one. But Drew will be working on the website and improving its functionality. To review 2013, it was quite a year, and I can't say I'm excluded from this as I was marred in controversy. I was resigned after I made a comment about Kyle's former nickname, Thin Stick. Turns out that wasn't true. And I resigned, naming myself interim commissioner, and was recently fully reinstated. Thank you. First of all, I guess this is a nice opportunity for me to send out a personal, heartfelt thank you to everyone at MGC Podcast. It means a lot that I can lead you guys, and I will do better. I'm going to stay away from some controversial topics, and I'm going to do everything I can to eradicate Drew's racism and hatred for everyone but white people. And also Pat's prejudice. Those classes are not working, but we'll get there. We will get there. Again, I can review the 2013, but since we didn't have any payouts, I don't know. We're going to work on that for 2014. So this podcast is going to be a little bit shorter because it's just kind of a test, and I'm getting familiar with the software and the editing features, but one thing I did want to do, and I actually reached out to a third party again. You know how I like to use outside companies for ideas, and as I was putting this podcast together, we came up with a game that I think you're all going to like. It's my favorite. It's going to be your favorite. It's time for Top 10 Things That They Would Tweet. This week, Drew is the they. Here's the skinny on this. It's a topic. We're going to use a topic or scenario that theoretically or actually is hashtagged. And then I will come up off the top of my head 5 to 10 things that I think the person selected, in this case Drew, would tweet. In the future, I will send out, or my goal is to send out an email ahead of time before the podcast so you guys can submit your entries. And hopefully one day this will be a live podcast for interaction. You can tweet at me at the commish big dog 6598. What up? Or send me emails or texts. So, get ready. The first hashtag is the sun is out. So I'm going to come up here. What would Drew tweet if the hashtag was the sun is out? All right, here we go. This is what I think Drew would tweet. Sunny side up, world, at God. Good morning, white world, at Born White. Phil, the sun is out. What are you doing? At Phil Mickelson. Sunny days make me long for Sergio, at Sergio Garcia. Me plus the sun equals Ema, at Ema. Good morning, sun, at Fire in the Sky. And the last one, any know where I can get some SPF 50, hashtag burnt. Anyway, that's all I've got for this. We'll review this on the conference call, which I will be sending out the conference call call-in number and pin. We're going to shoot for Tuesday evening. Please let me know if you cannot attend, but we're looking probably 8 o'clock Central Time, the latest 9 o'clock Central, and look for your conference call numbers and pen. Thank you for joining the first MGC Podcast, and your host signing off, Gary Stevens.